Hey guys, it's Miss Cochran. Hope y'all are doing well. We're in week 3 of online school. Hopefully you've kept up with your assignments. I think most of you have, and thank y'all so much for being awesome and self-motivated and go-getters because you're doing what you're supposed to do. Those of you that haven't, you're going to get behind really fast. So please get your stuff caught up. All the assignments are still out there through this week, but I will have to cut them off at some point, and then the grades are probably not going to be very lovely. So anyway, try and get your stuff done. If you have questions, you can always contact me. But first of all, let's start by where do I get my assignments? Let's make sure everybody knows where they are. If you go to the school website, I'll click it over, I think, somewhere. Where did it go? There it is. All right. So if you go to Walton County and you hit select a school, click. Emerald Coast, click. And then you see this right here. And some of you already know this, but just in case, this is where it's going to be from now on. COVID-19 at home learning. 7th grade or 8th grade, whichever grade you're at. But if you're in my pre-algebra class, everything's going to be loaded right there in that 7th grade little list. And if you go where it says 7th grade weekly schedule, April 6 through 10, click there. And you can see here is exactly what you're supposed to do for all your classes, okay? So you can see all of it right there. And there's our week right there, okay? All right, so that's where your assignments will be. High five if you're ready for all this stuff this week. This is actually my nephew's little puppy dog. He's super cute. He was high-fiving me. No, he wasn't really. That's my hand. I think he was trying to bite me. Full disclosure there. Anyway, he's super cute. All right, so let's go back to a couple of little things I want to remind you about. Try and work out your problems on notebook paper so that if you need to contact me or if I need to look at your problem, I can see where you went wrong. And what that means is you would actually just write out the things that you multiplied so that I can see if there's a mistake in your multiplication or maybe you just wrote the problem wrong. So anyway, try and put it on paper so that, and that way you can actually go back and look at it too, okay? So if you have any questions, remember you can email me or you can message me through the Remind. All of our codes and all that email stuff is on the website on the very first page. And guys, I can't tell you enough right now. Please do not wait till the last minute to start on your assignments, okay? Because you usually have 3 or 4 each week in each class. So if you're waiting until the last minute, like on the weekend, to do it, then you're not going to have time and you're going to get behind and you're going to get frustrated. And that's not good. So anyway, you got plenty of time. So, get off the Netflix for a minute or binge watching, whatever it is. You can always go back and do that in a minute. But try and get your assignments done. All right, I do have a video that we're going to look at today, and it's on word problems with volume, so check this out. I think it's only about 4 minutes, and then after that, we have a TikTok. So let's see. We'll go ahead and check out the learning video that goes with your assignment today, and you do have a big ideas assignment, so it's word problems. So check out this video.
Hey, this is Mr. Masonette. And what we're going to do in this tutorial is we're going to solve a word problem that involves the volume of a sphere as well as the volume of a cone. So the problem reads that a 5-inch deep ice cream cone has a radius of 1 inch. A spherical scoop of ice cream also has a radius equal to 1 inch. If the ice cream melts in the cone, will it overflow? Whenever a word problem such as this one is talking about holding something, we should know that they are referring to volume. So basically we have to figure out if this spherical scoop of ice cream were to melt, would it be able to fit inside the cone or would it overflow? So if the volume of the ice cream is larger than the cone, it should overflow. But if the volume of the ice cream is less than the cone, then it should fit within the confines of the cone. So to solve this problem, we have to know how to find the volume of a sphere as well as the volume of a cone. So the volume of a sphere is equal to 4/3 times pi times radius to the 3rd power. And the volume of a cone is equal to 1/3 times pi times radius squared times the height of the cone. So when dealing with the volume of a sphere, you have to memorize this formula. And when dealing with the volume of a cone, you need to memorize this formula right here. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to solve in terms of pi. So I'm going to leave pi as a symbol. I'm not going to substitute 3.14 in for that. And the radius of the sphere is 1 inch. So we're just going to replace the r with a 1, and we have to cube it. All right, so now we go down here and we write 4/3 times pi, and we have 1 cubed, and 1 times 1 times 1 is 1, which means I really don't have to write anything because anything times 1 is that thing. So 4/3 pi times 1 would be 4/3 pi. So this is actually the volume of the sphere in terms of pi. So that's how many cubic inches would be occupied inside the sphere. All right, let's take a look at the cone here. So the volume of the cone is equal to 1/3 pi times radius. In this case, the radius is 1. And we have to square that and then multiply by the height of the cone, which is 5 inches. So now what we're going to do is we are going to simplify this equation here. So we have 1/3 times pi, and 1 squared is 1, of course, and 1 times 5 is 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 5 times 1/3, and that's going to give us 5/3 pi. And if you're not sure how I got 5/3, it's because if you took 1/3 and multiplied it by 5, you'd have to turn 5 into a fraction, and 1 times 5 is 5. That's our numerator. And 3 times 1 is 3. All right, let's go ahead and compare the volume of the sphere versus the volume of the cone. Now, we can see that the volume of the cone is larger than the volume of the sphere, because the volume of the cone is 5/3 pi cubic inches, and the volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi cubic inches. So this is 1/3 pi cubic inches larger than this if you were to subtract. So the volume of the cone is greater than the volume of the sphere, which means the volume of the cone is sufficient to hold the volume of the melted ice cream. All right, I hope this video provided a good review on how to find the volume of a sphere as well as the volume of a cone.
All right, guys, hopefully you understood the video. I think it's just putting together some of the concepts and combine them into a word problem. So here's your TikTok time. This guy is hysterical. So I think I've said every single one of these things this week. So anyway, check it out, and y'all have a good day and get to work, okay? Hopefully see you soon.
Well, look who decided to finally wake up. Good afternoon.
Hey, I'm gonna go on another walk. You wanna come? No? Okay. It's just precautionary.
Here's the mail, Mom.
Thank you. And how were your online classes today? Was it fun seeing everyone again? You're not hungry, you're just bored. Honey, come look at these birds. Do you think they're social distancing? I'm gonna do another loop. Just give me 5 minutes. Why don't you get off the phone and learn something new? Something productive. Where have you been? You've been at your friend's house, haven't you? Yeah, that's what Life 360 told me. Get in here and wash your hands!